What's going on, Hits fam? It's your girl, Kimmy B, hanging out with some of my favorite ladies on the planet. We've got our Hooters Calendar squad with us today. Now, you guys have been made honorary Hits chicks. That's without a doubt. You've been sliding through since literally we started the new Hits 97.3. And I feel like it's now a tradition that we have the queen of all Hooters Calendar girls come by and say what's up to South FLA. And by that, I'm talking about the official Miss Hooters International. So we're going to kick this off with you, Miss Briana Smith. Congratulations on your title.
Thank you so much.
No, this is exciting. So in case you guys don't know, obviously, Hooters, founded right here in Florida, right, on the West Coast in Tampa, been doing their thing for a very long time. I don't know a person on the planet that hasn't had a Hooters chicken wing. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, yeah.
Or them curly fries. You can never go wrong with the curly fries. But our South Florida Hooters in particular represent like no other when it comes to the official legendary epic AF Hooters calendar.
Yes.
Like I was just saying, I don't know why anybody else actually competes from other states because 90% of the girls in the calendar are Florida girls, right? It's kind of crazy. So with that being said, again, Brianna Smith is Miss Hooters International for the upcoming 2020 year, which is amazing. Of course, we have Gianna Tulio. You're the cover girl for the not the cover girl. You're the centerfold for the 2020 calendar. And then, of course, we have Rowan Reynolds representing. Now, you just moved here to South Florida, right? From where?
Well, I'm from Sarasota, Florida, so I'm on the West Coast as well, but I just moved down here to Fort Lauderdale.
Perfect. And you are in the January group, right? Okay, so we've got 3 official Hooters calendar girls. Now talk to me about the process, Brianna, for getting to Miss Hooters International.
Oh, it was honestly such a dream, just trying to go for the pageant and winning, honestly, because last year, I've been working with Hooters for almost 3 years now.
Okay.
So last year, I was Miss January. So to just come back up, bringing it back to Cover Girl, just traveling up was amazing, honestly.
I mean, what is that like, though? So it's funny because after having worked with the Hooters girls from South Florida for so long, you know, when I see the taxi tops and when I see the billboards, you know, it's always like they're one girl away from having been at the new Hits 97.3. What is that like, though? Because it's one of those things where you guys are always so humble, so down to earth, really great friends. Like, I've never seen female friendships like the ones that have come through the station when they're rocking, you know, the famous orange shorts. Like, it's crazy. And I think a lot of people would have a misconception that it'd be catty or, you know, anytime you get a group of girls together, people automatically assume there's going to be drama. And it never seems that way.
No, we usually just call it a sorority.
Yeah,
We're
it's
really
like,
I love
it's like
it.
a sisterhood.
Yeah.
Sisterhood of the traveling pants. It's sisterhood of the orange pants.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. You guys should make that a hashtag. That should be your official hashtag, Sisterhood of the Orange Pants. You know, if there's one thing that you would like to just kind of spell, like to throw out the window as far as people go or as far as people's perception of Hooters girls, what would, you know, each one of you can kind of answer that question. What would it be?
I would say that we are just not girls. We're not servers. Sometimes you're looking at morticians. Sometimes you're looking at nurses. You're looking at future doctors. You need to look at these girls because most of these girls are students. Most of these girls are mothers. They're daughters, they're sisters, they're actual family members of other people. So I feel like people should pay more attention to that. Like, we are a family. I didn't really know these girls that well, but starting this year, like, we've gotten really close, and these are my sisters, man. We travel a lot together.
I love it. I've been blown away, you know, in having had the opportunity to talk to a lot of different Hooters girls. Brilliant minds, entrepreneurs, master's candidates, PhD candidates. And that's the thing that frustrates me. I think people automatically have this perception when you hear Hooters girl of, you know, I hate to say it, but like Girls Gone Wild, right? Like just, or, you know, what you picture in an 80s sorority flick. Like that's what it is. And it's like, y'all could not be more wrong. And the beauty of that is Hooters really supports you guys. Like they have scholarship programs. I know that they really encourage their women to be involved and to get out in the community. I mean, your philanthropy is through the roof. You guys are at so many charity events.
Honestly, over the past 12 years, we've raised $5 million for breast cancer just with the calendar alone. We went to, where did we go, Gianna? We went to
the Miami Cancer Institute. We did a donation check there. We went to Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital. We go there a lot. It's really nice to go see all the children. They are so happy when they see us. They just love the company. It's not what we bring to them. It's our presence that they love, which is the most important part.
For sure. Yeah. And I have to ask, did you guys, were you team give back before you started to work for Hooters, or was that something that Hooters really helped instill in you?
I was more team give back when I wasn't with Hooters. I used to still do like the beach cleanups. I'd go and join and stuff like that. I used to love. I'm a horticulture girl. I'm a little geek in that. I'm horticulture certified. So in my high school, we used to always give plants to like the elementary schools. We go around helping our high schools and stuff like that.
I would say that I definitely was involved in a lot of stuff before I started working at Hooters, but Hooters definitely boosted that for me and made me more motivated and opened my eyes to a lot of other opportunities.
I love that. Yeah. Would you work for a company? And what about you, Rowan?
I started working at Hooters when I just turned 18. And
wow.
Honestly, I was terrified because, like other people think it's a bunch of pretty girls. They think that they're not smart or they don't have a personality until you meet them. And then I felt so welcomed at my Hooters. I was at Sarasota, Florida. And then I thought I was going to be just a server until I started getting invited to doing promos. And then all of a sudden I was at Joe DiMaggio and I was helping little kids do homework. And just it went from I met this little boy, Michael, and he was super shut in. And then all of a sudden he just like started glowing. He was so happy that we were there, that there was somebody there. And I've made so many people smile, and it feels like it really is a family. I'm not just a server. I'm not just a bartender. I've become family with all of these people, and I love it.
Y'all are going to make me cry. No, I think it's so important. And I think that it's as we move forward in life and just the time and the era that we live in, you know, people are demanding more of the companies and the places that are serving their community. And they expect it to be more than just an establishment that I go to for wings and beer and football. You know, they want you to be giving back. And now I kind of feel like once that's been instilled in you, it's very difficult to go to work somewhere else that doesn't do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, having worked at Cox Media Group and with Hits 97.3 and with 99 Jams, I could never not be involved in my community now. Like, it feels like it's a part of who I am. And that's what's really exciting about Hooters for me, because I've seen it firsthand. Like, I'm not saying this because they're a client, because they're not. Like, we have a legitimate relationship with you guys, and I'm always just so excited whenever we get the opportunity to work together. And you're right, you make people smile, and that's so important, and we need as many smiles as we can get.
It's honestly so good because we instill this in most of the girls, so even when they leave our company, they go out and they create more for the other businesses that they're into. If they're entrepreneurs, they say, okay, well, we need to do some volunteering with our entrepreneurship. We put that seed in them, so it just grows when they leave.
I love it. Now, you mentioned having raised close, I think it was over $5 million, right, in the past 12 years. The Kelly Jo Dowd Foundation. Now, obviously, Kelly Jo was a Hooters girl, and she unfortunately passed away from breast cancer. And so they decided to start this foundation in her name and in her memory and in her honor. And obviously $5 million is a lot of money. But what's even cooler about that is the ways in which you guys have raised it. It's literally $1 from every calendar, right? Is that through the month of October?
Yep.
Or is that all year long? It's through the month of October.
Through the month of October, all year round.
Okay, so all year long. That's amazing. Okay. So, again, because let's be real, breast cancer is not just a 1 month long thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we focus on it in October, but guys, we need to be talking about it all year long. And especially since Kelly Jo was young when she passed away. So it's another reason why I'm excited that you guys are here and that Hooters does take the time to make this a priority, because I think a lot of times we overlook young, healthy, vibrant women thinking it could never happen to us. And the scariest part is when it does happen to us at a young age, it's actually much more lethal. It's more aggressive when you get it at a young age. So it's really important that we continue to spread awareness. And obviously, you guys are doing that, and then also putting your money where your mouth is by raising money for research. So $1 from every calendar. You guys also have other special things that you can do. I know there's like the pink bracelets, right?
Yeah, we sell the pink bracelets. We actually do our little fundraisers in our own stores. Mine is going down at my store, Hooters of Sunrise, October 27th. And then we have Gianna's from Boca and Rowan's from, I keep forgetting because you're in 3 different stores.
October 11th.
October.
Okay,
11th,
so Boca and Bayside are doing theirs on October 11th. It's like, it's the pink, it's a bake sale and like a pink pumpkin patch or something.
Yeah,
I love
we do a bunch
it.
of bake sales. We do fun picture ops. It's
very cool. And then, of course, you can slide by, get your 2020 calendar. And the very fun part about it is because so many Florida girls are in these calendars, it's easy to get them signed.
Yes. Very easy.
so easy to get them signed. Not only that, our locations aren't too far apart from each
No.
other, especially on this side of the coast. So someone can come to Boca, easily drive to Sunrise
100%.
and get another signature, easily drive to Bayside, get more signatures. I mean, we all work together, so it's so easy to get a bunch of calendars all signed.
And they're super precious. Like, when you ask if you bring your calendar in, they're all so down to sign. Like,
not only that, when people do bring calendars in that they already have everyone's signatures from everywhere else. So it's nice knowing that they're actually making the stops to come see us and get it signed and wanting to meet us, which is the best part about it.
it really is like, you know, when we talk about doing it for the culture, like, is that not crazy? Like, Hooters is a part of the culture at this point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so much bigger than just where you work. Like, I mean, it's global. Like, I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, this is crazy. It really is. That's why you're Miss Hooters International. I mean,
this calendar is sold in 6 different countries. So
wow.
It's definitely super international.
And then the other thing that I love beyond, you know, beyond Breast Cancer Awareness Month is what we do for the troops. I think that this is really special. It is Operation Calendar Drop.
Yes, we do Operation Calendar Drop, where some people can also, we donate some calendars, but some people can also buy calendars and write a little letter for the Army troops and stuff, and we mail them to them. We pack them up, we give them a little care package, and we mail them off.
I love it. In fact, a few years ago, I actually wore the Hooters outfit. I went to the Pines store with the Pines Dimes, and I served. Like, we did it as a fundraiser, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. Girl, I was so excited that I fit in the damn shorts. Let me be very clear here. I was like, yes, honey. And not to mention, let me just point something out here, folks. If you're ever looking for great tights, the Hooters tights are life. Forget Kim Kardashian's new line of Skims. Life. I have my mother go pick them up for me at the Bayside location on the regular. Like, no. They're crazy. Sorry.
Miami Carnival is coming up, ladies, so
yes. They are. No, you have no idea until you put them on and you'll be like, no wonder those shorts look like that. So anyway, it was an amazing experience, but a good friend of mine, Koa Misi, who at the time played for the Miami Dolphins, slid through, and he, I think, bought like 100 calendars or something like that, but specifically because they were going to our men and women in the armed forces, and he was just so excited about that, and of course, a lot of the girls signed a bunch of them, and it was super dope, but that's one of those things, again, when we talk about putting a smile on somebody's face, these guys are overseas, and some of them haven't been home for months, if not, you know, years in some cases, 12 months, 16 months, 18 months. And so I think to see a Hooters calendar and girls and faces from home really reminds them that there's a place to go back for and there's a reason why they're willing to be away from their family.
Yeah.
You know, so that's very, very cool. Now, we have to get down to it. You guys have to talk about, were you the only one that went to the pageant? Oh, my goodness. Okay. So what is that like? Like, were you pageant girls prior to?
Not at all. I was actually really nervous.
Okay.
Because this would be my first pageant ever going into. Both of us actually
it was both
started
of our
the same
first
time.
times.
And you won?
Yeah, first
Yeah.
I know. And she killed it.
Honestly, yeah. It was just we had such a support system from South Florida Hooters.
Mm-hmm.
They were such a great help. Vicky helped us. She walked us through everything.
I mean, we definitely could not have done it without Vicky, that's for sure.
Vicky!
So shout out to Vicky. Thank
One of the
you.
original Pines Dimes. Don't get it twisted. So, I mean, is it intense? I imagine it being intense because obviously you guys are all gorgeous girls. It's kind of like, it really comes down to you, your character, what you're bringing to the table beyond your looks, because at the end of the day, it's a pretty level playing field in that department, right? I mean, that's not going to separate you. That's not how you're going to win, is just the physical appearance. It's really going to come down to how you speak, how you carry yourself. Is that intimidating? Like,
it was because I model professionally,
okay.
So I'm used to just using my prettiness, using my face, but this time I really had to step inside my mind and really just pull out, like, what am I? Who am I? Who do I want to be? And it was, honestly, I really appreciate Hooters for actually letting me do that because I don't think I would have done that. I would just stay a model and just never really been able to use my voice.
That's amazing. Hashtag power of your voice. We all have one. Just a matter of how we use it. So I love that. And what about you, Miss?
Obviously, going into pageant, I've never done a pageant before, so I was super nervous. I did not know what to expect. There's a bunch of other girls going there for the same thing. A lot of girls that I know, and then a lot of girls I don't know. So it's just an experience. I had no idea what to prepare for, what to expect. But when I got there, a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders. I've never had a bigger support system. I've never been more comfortable in my entire life. And when it came down to it, I was not nervous. I was excited. I was excited to see what everyone could do and everyone's real personalities and meeting all the other girls I haven't met before.
So it was not cutthroat is what you're telling me. Like you weren't hiding your dress because you were worried somebody was going to try to cut it up.
No.
Nobody tried to break your heels off or anything.
No. It's girls run to each other's rooms to see what dress that they should wear and have the other girls pick it out and share bathing suits and what bathing suits we should wear and sharing makeup, sharing shoes, sharing outfits.
We tested each other on questions. We
we
tested
practiced
each other's walks. Like, we were really just supporting, like, whoever's Miss Hooters International, we're going to see them. We're going to support them no matter what.
We're all there for the same reason, but we're all going to support each other the way we want to be supported.
I love this. Now, if we could only all be like Hooters girls, for God's sakes. Take notes, ladies and gentlemen. Did you have to do the Vaseline thing on the teeth? Is that real? Does that really happen? Do people do that?
One of our girls had to.
Yes.
One of our
Really?
girls,
Is that because it's supposed to, like, it makes you smile, right? Because like you don't want to, like.
She's actually one of the features. She had to do that.
Yes. So that is true. But it's also because when your mouth gets really dry, it's hard to keep a smile.
Got you.
So it keeps your mouth not.
It is
dry.
exhausting, by the way, smiling
We
for
did
that long,
wear
right?
a lot of socks in our heels to practice.
So we didn't get blisters.
Whew, them heels are no joke.
Oh, I like. Okay, so you were. Did your feet fitting your heels?
Yeah,
With
I
the
did
socks?
a little bit. Yeah, we
Okay.
had used like the no-shows or like the super high tops.
Honestly, I think the hardest thing about pageant was just standing on the stage in the freezing cold. It was cold.
Oh, it was
that
really
was the
cold.
hardest thing. That's it. Everything else was so easy and it was so relaxed and comfortable and stress-free. Other than that, it was cold. The stage was
standing
cold.
in one place for that, and like, okay, so I have to ask because like when we take pictures, it's exhausting. We suck in, we're posing, we're tight, we're like all of that. That's 0.5 seconds.
Yeah.
You're doing that on a stage for like a lot longer than 0.5 seconds.
They kept yelling at us, "Don't lock your knees, ladies. Don't lock your knees."
Why? What does that do?
You pass out.
Pass
No.
out. So luckily, no one did it this year.
Okay.
Everyone was safe. They were great. But I heard like a couple years back,
All right,
a couple of girls went falling.
Oh,
Is it
pageant
like
pointers
saucer
from the
fat?
Hooters girls. I love
And
it.
to keep the smile because the camera's always on you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, see, it's bad. Like, anyway, that's another conversation for another time. I was going to say, I'm not like, I always laugh when I see people like J-Lo and Beyonce, and it's like they're always giving face, right? Like, no matter when a camera snaps them, it's just fierceness. Me, if you slow-mo my pictures, it's like I look like Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah, I'll be like fixing some of my teeth.
I'm like, oh my God, what happened in between the smile and the, like, what is that? So that's an art form in and of itself, yes, to remember to constantly be smiling because I'm an eye roller. I'd be out. There'd be no miscongeniality for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, girl, did you really just say that?
The facial expression.
Like, yeah, no, terrible. Or it could just be that I have a cramp in my foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you'd be, yeah. So anyway, it's much better that it's you and not somebody like me. But I have all the admiration in the world for you ladies. Now, I also want to talk about the calendar shoots because I get a little FOMO. Like I said, I know.
My favorite thing to talk about.
I know a few girls that have made the calendar. So I follow them on Instagram and then I get to see the pictures and I'm like, are you kidding me? They're in Aspen? Like, what is this? So can we talk about shooting for the calendar? Because it just looks like it's got to be absolutely amazing. I know it's not easy work, but just the experience overall has got to be phenomenal.
It is.
Honestly, yeah. We went to Bahamas a couple of times. Rowan went a couple of times too. So nice. We go to the Bahamas, we shoot, we shot here. We had some people cover us.
Shot everywhere.
I shot. Yeah.
Photogenic for
I
a
was
reason.
lucky enough.
Yes.
Yeah, I won Miss Photogenic as well, but I was lucky enough to shoot probably like 5 times for the calendar.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, so when they were going through trying to pick pictures, they went through mine. They're like, okay, yeah, no, at this point we need to stop looking at these girls' pictures. We're cutting the rest off. We're just going with what we got because it's perfect.
I love it. So why is this your favorite thing to talk about?
Calendar season in general is my favorite thing to talk about. But shooting for the calendar, I think, is the most exciting part. It's where the art's created. It's where everyone's personality comes out. I mean, you goof off for a second before the camera clicks, and then you do your pose, and then it's serious. And then you like look at your friend and you giggle and you talk about something, and then you get back into it.
So there are other people on set with you when you're shooting?
Yeah, I mean, it depends where you shoot, but there's always going to be other girls there shooting before you, after you, there to support you. It's so fun.
With the posing as well.
Vicky is the pro out here.
Oh, yeah.
She does.
So, Rowan, how many times have you been in the calendar? Was this your first?
Twice.
Okay.
No, I was in the calendar last year, and then I shot this year. But last year I was in Sarasota, and then this year I got to go to the Bahamas, which was amazing.
Very
Really
nice. And then how many times have you been,
2 as well.
Gianna? Okay. And you've been in it
as well.
Okay. And is this something? I mean, obviously, Hooters is not usually a forever thing, right?
No.
But is this something that we want to do every single year? Obviously, that was a stupid question.
As long as we're working for them, yeah. We're all in school still. We're working on our schooling as well. I'm doing mortuary science. G.
I am financial business.
Hey.
I do special effects makeup.
Special effects and makeup. I love it. Well, who knows? This might be a forever thing for you in the sense of, I mean, I'm sure Hooters knows how to pay.
Yeah,
With
honestly,
those photo shoots.
one of our girls, Allie, she works at Pines. She did all our South Florida makeup girls. She did all the makeup for South Florida
goodness.
Hooters.
Yeah.
We had Vicky's husband, Junie. He was shooting for the calendar as well. Well, not shoot. He was shooting.
Yeah, you know,
us.
He didn't shoot
really?
for
Is
the
he in
calendar.
here? We got a little
He's in the back.
Special treat.
He's in the back wearing the orange
Got
bikini.
you. We're going to call him Mooters instead, like Man Hooters, right? He's our honorary Mooters man.
But he has a couple of pictures that got on the calendar as well.
That's amazing. But again, it kind of goes back to what we said before. Hooters is so much more than just a restaurant. It's so much more than just being a server. It really is an environment, I think, where they're constantly trying to empower their girls. And I don't care how they got there. I think that sometimes, that comes from, the stereotype and going, our girls are so much more than that, and we're tired of having to constantly tell people that, so we're just going to show you what they're capable of. You know what I mean? Because I know that would frustrate me. If I work for a company and I've interviewed, oh my goodness, I'm not going to remember her name. Vicky, what is her name? The head woman. Christy. Yes. Okay. So
Mama Christy.
Christy is amazing, but hearing her story and seeing where she's at, and she's so powerful, and now she runs a PR company, marketing company that's all women, and she started as a Hooters girl. And when you hear the pride with which she talks about her time at Hooters, and then all of the young women who have come up since then, it gives you chills as a female, and to see where we're going, and just to know that we're so limitless, and we don't have to be defined by what we look like. And I think that Hooters is such a great representation of using everything you've been blessed with, you know what I mean, to make the most of your life and your opportunities. And there is nothing wrong with that, honey, let me tell you.
That's what I say. The opportunities Hooters gives you, you have to take it and run with it, because it'll only give you better opportunities at the end of the race.
Amen.
Yes.
So again, I'm super excited that you guys came by. Thank you so much. Briana Smith, everybody. Miss Hooters International, representing the Sunrise Hooters, yes.
I am.
Also, our 2020 calendar cover girl and Miss Photogenic. Anything else you'd like to add to this list?
First all-natural cover girl. She's the first all-natural.
So you're the first girl that they let rock the natural curls?
Yeah.
I don't want to say let. That's a horrible way to put it. But you're the first girl with the natural curls
She has her
on the cover?
all-natural look. Natural nails.
I love
natural
it.
Skin,
Okay.
Natural body, natural
We won't
hair.
talk about the nails thing. Clearly not natural over here. I love it. Such a beautiful photo. And I love the way that you're so supportive of it. You're like, no, girl. She's the first natural,
Yes.
make sure you say this.
You can't stop with her though. Miss June last year, centerfold this year. Please don't start, honey. Don't start. Look at this.
This is our, like I said, our June centerfold over here. Yes.
And sometimes you might not even have to. We do have our signings coming up. I think it's in December. We have them coming
Love
up.
it.
So we'll all be there at the signings, and we hang out at Hooters a lot together. So
Oh, yeah. Even when we're off, we are at Hooters.
just tap
hanging
on us
out
on the
with
shoulder
everyone.
while we're eating our wings and be like, can you sign this? We'll be like,
Yeah.
sure.
We're not shy. Don't worry.
I absolutely love you ladies. And of course, seeing as it is October, let's support breast cancer awareness. Again, $1 from every calendar we purchase is going to go to help benefit the Kelly Joe Dowd Foundation, which of course keeps everything local here too, which is the other bonus to that.
It's also so crucial because my mom, she had breast cancer. She's going through her chemo treatments. She had a double mastectomy.
Wow.
And that's why the pink, me wearing pink is just so near and dear to my heart because you think when a girl wears pink, you think, when's the last time I got tested? Because early prevention is key, and I just really want everyone to know that. Like, if my mom didn't get early prevention, like, I probably would have not been able to see her and hug her and kiss her for many more years to come. So please, early detection.
Let's not.
We love her mom.
That was the mic drop moment. Can we just wrap this interview on that note? You could not have put it better. And please send our love to your mom.
Oh, for sure.
I'm sure she's. I mean, if this is what
she's strong.
came from her, I can only imagine.
Positive, happy woman in the world. It's amazing.
I love it. And your energy and the way you look at life is so important whenever you're in a battle like what she's in. So again,
she's
sure
still dancing.
Having all of these amazing ladies
smiling.
too, sending her positive vibes is probably helping, which is really fantastic.
We have another girl at my store, her mom, she's stage 4. So honestly, early prevention is key. It can happen to you. It can happen to us. And that's why I love the fact that we raise so much money for breast cancer because we take care of our girls. We make sure they're doing our thing.
I love it. That's so amazing. And again, I just want everybody to know with the Kelly Jo Dowd Foundation, the money that gets raised in South Florida stays in South Florida, which is so important to us. And we have so many amazing institutions working to find a cure right here in South FLA between the Miami Cancer Institute and between, Sylvester and Memorial Health and Baptist Health and the list, UM Health. Let's go, Canes. There really are Nova, the research they're doing at Nova Southeastern University right now, shout out to Dr. Jean Latimer, is really groundbreaking. And again, part of that is because of great foundations like the Kelly Jo Dowd Foundation and the work that you amazing ladies do at all of our Hooters South Florida locations. So thank you for that. Again, get involved. You get a fly calendar. You get to help a great cause. You can also buy those pink bands. You can round up your check. Let's think we got Thursday night football. We got Saturday college football. We got
coupons in here.
Wait.
Over $100 worth of them.
We have $100 worth of Hooters coupons.
And these are good. You got free tater tots, a free appetizer, $5 off a $25 purchase. Handy.
Bro, the calendar pays for itself and then some.
Really? And you get a free
Hold
soda,
on.
a free Heineken or Dos Equis in our calendar cup.
Covered in girls.
Oh, yeah.
You
And you
get to
take
keep
it
the
home.
cup. You get to keep the cup.
You can collect them. So we have one on the East Coast, we have one on the West Coast, but it's pretty cool when people bring in
5
their
different
cups
cups, I
from the
believe.
year before. Like, hey, can you sign my cup? Then they retire that cup, and then they get a new one, and then keep going on.
I'm saying it's a movement. Hooters is a movement. It's crazy. We can sit here for I feel like days and talk about how big the Hooters brand really is. But again, to any of my young ladies out there that are watching right now, and if you're looking for a great, group of girls to be around and you're trying to make that money. Yeah,
We're
you
always taking applications.
We got to pay bills. And again, I every time you guys come through, you're such a shining example of why Hooters is so much more than what anybody, or what I should say, what most people think that it is, especially if you're not familiar with the young women who work at Hooters, because they are spectacular and really the sky isn't even the limit. So I can't wait to see what all of you guys have in the future. Again, Brianna Smith, congratulations, my love.
Thank you so much.
Not only on the cover, but on your Miss Hooters International title, Miss Photogenic. Of course, shout out to you, G, on your centerfold in this year's calendar. And of course, Rowan, I'm sure there are great things to come for you. You can check her out in January in that 2020 calendar. Are you guys on social media? I know you're on social media.
Oh, yes.
Give out your handles.
So Instagram, BRIANAANS.
I am GIANNATULIO.
I love it. And you, Miss Rowan?
I am ROWREYNOLDS.
Aha. Okay. So
Add us.
Reynolds. That's a great
That's my
name.
nickname. It's Ro, or they call me Ro.
I love
It's
it.
a family thing.
So now, see, we're all family here. It's Ro, it's G,
Bree.
Bree. Look at that. So when you go to Sunrise, Boca, or Bayside, you go and you ask for Ro. When you go to Boca, you ask for G. And when you go to Sunrise, you ask for Bree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be like, yo, we family. That's how we do things at the New 97.3. But thank you, ladies. Hopefully, we'll be able to partner up on some of these amazing events you have coming up in October. Operation Calendar Drop starts November 1st. So if you're looking for something nice to do for our men and women in the armed forces, especially around the holiday season, again, swing by any South Florida Hooters location. You can donate or you can purchase some calendars and have them shipped off to bases all over the world, which I think is a great way to let them know how much we appreciate what they're doing. So thank you, ladies, for stopping by.
Thank you for having us.
Nope.
We didn't plan
Y'all
that.
can fill in anytime you want from me. I'm on from 2 to 7 here in Miami. I'm just saying, if I ever like.
Let us know if you want
Yeah?
the orange shorts again, girl. We're ready for you.
I love it. I might have to.
I'll give you my name tag too.
Yeah.
They gave
right
me a
in.
name tag. I still have it. Yes, I do.
you're
I was
sick.
official, bro. I wore the white sneakers. I made sure I had the little, all of it. Yes, honey. Like I
Did
said,
you have the pouch?
I think Sable gave me her pouch.
You had a pouch?
I did. I
Okay.
didn't have like an official one. I didn't because they're like official Hooters pouches.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, are they brown?
Yes.
They're brown, right? Okay. Yeah. No, I was lent one, and I had a little swipe card and everything. I was like, bam. That was good. I was like, okay.
I'm impressed.
I was very proud of myself. Let me just tell you, I was carrying out the wings. I was just yes,
And
honey.
you didn't drop any?
I didn't drop nothing.
I drop a lot. My manager is like, we have to order a couple new like bar cups, bar glasses and stuff. Yeah, it's
You
bad.
dropped the glasses?
I do. I'm very clumsy.
You know what though? I'm sure your personality and the
Makes up
way
for it.
your customers appreciate you
go,
makes
"I'm
up for
so
it. Yeah, yeah.
sorry." And I just go,
Exactly.
"It's okay."
That's all it really is. Although as a waiter, there's nothing worse than that.
Yeah.
Everyone
When you
drops
drop
a
something and you hear
glass.
the oh, it's
Literally.
like really, guys.
If
Really?
you're
White shirt, so if we spill it on ourselves, it's like you can't just pretend that it didn't happen because there's
I
There's
wasn't
evidence.
even thinking of that. The
It
struggle
happens.
is real, folks. Again, thank you, ladies, so much for stopping by. Visit
Thank
them, any South Florida Hooters location, but specifically Bayside, Boca Raton, and Sunrise. Shout out to the Pines Dimes. And thank y'all for rocking with the new hits 97.3, Miami's new #1 for all the hits.